What's going on, everyone? This is ODC. It's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Revoltech C-3PO. This is a pretty sweet figure, I'm going to be honest with you. This is pretty much the only 6-inch version of C-3PO that's ever been released, I think, at this point. So I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know why Hasbro has dropped the ball, so to speak, and not released a version of this character, one of the most iconic characters from the Star Wars movies. And I'm just happy that we have a 6-inch version of him. This is kind of, if you're wondering what the hell is that coming out of 3PO's rear end, this is actually his display stand, part of it. Here's the other piece right here. I think my voice cracked there. That was really weird. Am I 12? But speaking of this figure, it looks really cool. It does come with some accessories, which I'll get to in a second. But as long as my camera wants to focus, okay. I think the sculpt on this guy looks really good. He has got some unique articulation. I am familiar with Revoltech figures, so I do understand some of the articulation, but some others maybe a little bit odd to me, but I think it fits the character still. But we'll get to that in a second. Talking about the figure, why don't we just get to what he comes with? He does come with like I said, a display stand right here, and I believe right there. Okay, and then this other piece, which kind of forms a tripod effect with him. This kind of plugs right into his back portion right here, like so, and then you stand him on here. Really have to put some force into that, and he kind of stands like so, like that, and then this holds him up. He can stand on his own fine. This is just kind of an option thing, I think, that they did here for 3PO. Just in case he does happen to topple over. I don't have any issues with any loose limbs or anything. This guy does retail for around... I picked him up for $45 shipped. I have seen him go in the 50s, though. Some people on eBay that are greedy are selling him for 60 or 70. I don't know if I'd spend that much on this figure. I mean, how bad do you really need a 3PO? I guess it's all up to you, but I don't know if I'd spend 60 or 70 bucks on this guy. 50 would probably be my limit for a specialty import figure. So, or a specialty figure, I should say. But the sculpt on him looks really good. Let me just get this stuff off of him. The sculpt looks really good on him, and I'll get to his other accessories in 1 second. Maybe I would have liked if they did a little bit of a lighter shade for his eyes, just to really differentiate between the kind of I want to say soft gold color that they gave him. It's not a real shiny or metallic or anything like that. It's just kind of like a regular traditional gold color, but it does on camera give off, when the lighting is bouncing off of his I guess you want to call it his I don't know, armor. his body pieces, I'll just say his body piece. It does give off a nice little reflective piece, but I've heard a lot of people complain about the paint being an issue, or it doesn't look like 3PO's armor. I don't know. I think it still looks good. The legs are actually removable on him. You can remove the legs. So if you want to get him into the Chewbacca shoulder pack thing, you could actually do that if you wanted to. Somehow make him a limbless 3PO if you wanted to. And if you're a really big fan of U-3PO, you could get one of these guys and paint him all silver. So, talking to you, Chapman Films, I know you're a big U-3PO fan. So there's that option out there as well. Speaking of the other accessories that he comes with 2 other gripping hands, which is pretty cool. Focus. Oh my god, I hate when this camera does it. Focus. Focus, please. Nice paint detail on there. Some black paint detail, including on the inside of the hands. Looks really good. So that's pretty nice. And he does come with this little guy right here. So that's pretty cool. I do like it. I like it a lot. And he's not just a hollow piece. He's got a nice little bit of weight to him, like he's a solid plastic, which is nice. And he does have some sculpting on the side of him here, up top, and on the other side. And the wheels are also sculpted. Unfortunately, the wheels are just molded like that. They don't actually move. I was really hoping for that the wheels would move, but that's okay. It's still a nice little piece that you can add to your Imperial displays if you want. So that's pretty cool. So there's all the accessories. Now, to change out his hands, they just pop out like that. Pretty easy, to be honest with you. I would wish that these came with maybe one extra set of pegs. I just get worried over time that these guys are going to snap off or something silly is going to happen. Oh, come on. I might have to pause this and put his hand on. I'm going to have to pause this. Okay, and we're back with his hands back on. For some reason, I think it was just there was a little bit of paint in there. I just kind of scraped a little bit of paint away and then slid right in. That's what she said. But here he is with his gripping hands. Gripping gesture hands. I think it looks pretty cool. He does come with a different color leg, which is pretty accurate. I think it looks cool. As far as his articulation does go, his head does swivel full 360 rotation, and it does look up really nicely. And it does look down nicely as well. And he can tilt side to side a little bit. We got some jive turkeys up in here. His arms go up about this far, which is really good range of motion. And down, and he can do a full 360 rotation. He does have the bicep swivel up top, and he does have a single bend at the elbow, and that's about as far as he goes. But 3PO doesn't really have the best range of motion in general as a character in the elbows. He's always kind of bent like this anyway. So full 360 rotation. He does have a hinge joint also at the wrist, and you can swivel it and then swivel this and get him to go up and down. Uh-oh, what's 3PO doing? No, stop it. Oh god. But sorry guys. He can swivel at the waist right here up top of the diaphragm, and he can pivot side to side a little bit, back and forward, and he can also swivel at the bottom portion of his waist. His legs do go forward like so, and they do not really go back. A little bit. They go back a little bit. Upper thigh swivel. No splits, by the way. I mean, when does 3PO do the splits anyway? So that's not like it matters too much. He does have upper thigh swivel. He has a pretty good range of motion in the knee. Might want to push this up a little bit. There you go. There it is. And then if you want to extend it a little bit more, extend the peg out, you can get him a little bit better right there. So there's that. Ankle hinge, forward and back. Really good range of motion there. And he does have an ankle pivot, which is nice as well. So there's that. And 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So I think it's a really good figure. I'm glad I spent $45, and it was $45 shipped, which is really good. A really good deal, and pretty happy about it. I'm pretty happy about the sculpt and the detail on the inside of his, I guess you can call it wires and servos and stuff like that in there. Looks pretty cool. And it also continues onto the arm right there, as you can see. There's a little bit of detail right there. on each arm as well. So that's pretty cool. I dig it. I think it looks like 3PO. And if you're wondering, oh, is he out of scale? I think he's just right. Just around the right area to be in scale with your Black Series figures. So, if you, like I said, there's no other avenue really for this character in 6-inch scale right now besides Revoltech. And I think this is a really good figure. Comes with some cool accessories. Comes with a nice display stand. And yeah, I mean, if you need a 3PO and you don't want to wait for Hasbro to someday have the light kick in and say, oh, maybe we should make a 3PO figure. You know, 5 years from now, who knows, or whenever the hell they're going to make one. But this is a good option, I think. It's a really good option, and I think it's a really good figure, to be honest with you. Love this sculpting right here, and it's actually a nice sculpt too. There's actually some texture going on in there. It's pretty cool. I don't know. I think it's a really cool figure. I'm really happy with it, and he's going to go with my R2. My Black Series R2. I was actually thinking about getting the Figuarts set of these two as well next year. I know they're dropping next year, so I might pick those up as well. But as far as I'm concerned, I would totally recommend this figure. I think it looks really good. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you guys on the flip side.